Fantastic. Hi, everyone. This is Ashish Kyal here. Welcome to pre-session of mentorship. And finally, the day is here for which many of you might be waiting. काफी समय से काफी जन थे जो वेट कर रहे थे कि mentorship कब start होगा. I remember a few of those, maybe Hussein and others. So it's always pleasure to have all of you on this journey of mentorship on timing the markets. So this is a pre-session of mentorship, and we are going to have the session starting from Saturday, which is going to be an auspicious day. I understand it's also Gudi Padwa on Saturday, so that's a very auspicious day from which we are going to start the actual sessions on mentorship. And this is just a pre-session to get you all warmed up before the actual match begins. Okay, so it's going to be a very amazing journey of 3 months, or rather I should say that it's not only 3 months, because if you are associated with me as a mentee, your journey and your association is for lifetime. तो अगर आप हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं तो ये जो जर्नी की शुरुआत है ये लाइफ टाइम के लिए है. इट इज नॉट ओनली for just 3 months of time, and it's going to be an association for long. So I can see so many of you have been waiting for that and lot of things. So Priya here is saying Bank Nifty moved exactly as per the time we predicted on 23rd of when was the date? Okay, on the last webinar when we predicted Bank Nifty exactly reversed from there. It was 26th. Thank you for pointing that out. 26th of March, and rallied sharply from there. जहां सारी दुनिया रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर को देख रही थी, where everyone was focusing that there is a peace talk going on and that's why the market should go up, but it was something else, right? So the timing is very important, and that's why our mentorship program is going to be focusing on how to time the market. So what do we want to do? So first thing first, I want to make it very clear to all of you, very clear to all of you, these 3 months of time that you are associated with me, you are going to look at the market in a very different way. I'm not saying whatever you are doing so far is right or wrong. जो भी आपने अभी तक किया है वो सही है, लेकिन थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट वे में डिफरेंट एंगल से मार्केट को देखने की कोशिश करेंगे. Okay, if you have been struggling with your trade, maybe you made a lot of money, you again lost a lot of money, or you have been making money but not able to make it big, or if you are trying to get into the market but don't know how to go about it, do not worry. We are going to do all of those things in a very systematic, structured, step by step process. तो ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ये जो स्टेप्स हम डिस्कस करेंगे वो कैसे करना है. आई एम श्योर मेनी ऑफ यू वुड हैव फेस्ड दैट चैलेंज. व्हाट चैलेंज? दैट आपने ट्रेड लिया लेकिन स्टॉप लॉस लगाना भूल गए, स्टॉप लॉस लगाया ही नहीं, या स्टॉप लॉस सोचा कि लगाते हैं तो ट्रिगर होता है और मार्केट रिवर्स होता है. सबके साथ होता है वैसा, बिकॉज देयर आर डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स टू इट. पहला, एक तो स्टॉप लॉस लगाया ही नहीं, मतलब आप गैम्बल कर रहे हो. इफ यू आर नॉट ट्रेडिंग विद द स्टॉप लॉस, यू आर गैम्बलिंग. लेकिन दूसरा कि स्टॉप लॉस लगाना भूल गए, मतलब बॉस, इफ यू वांट टू रन अ शो, सपोज आपने एक बिजनेस शुरू किया होता, एंड इफ यू वांट टू रन दैट शो ऑफ व्हाटएवर बिजनेस यू आर गेटिंग इनटू, कभी ऐसा हुआ है आपने दुकान खोलनी भूल गए? भूले कभी नहीं ना. तो अगर वो नहीं भूल सकते तो सिमिलरली जब आप ट्रेड कर रहे हो तो स्टॉप लॉस सिस्टम में लगाना कैसे भूल सकते हो? Very important. Stop loss, as I say to all of my mentees, this is how I start. Stop loss has to be in the system. You will come across people saying, what's the need of a stop loss? It should be traded without a stop loss. Please go and try it out. If it is working for you, fantastic. Keep doing it and see how far you can go without knowing the risk, right? Without knowing the risk, you can't really trade. So our focus in these sessions that we have from day 1 to day 9 is going to be purely starting with purely what is risk management and money management. So far you might have understood that people are talking about how to make it targets कैसे आएगा. लेकिन सोचो, one thing very clearly I want you to think. If you are looking at a chart or if you are looking at prices, can I say that the only thing that you are aware about what has happened, future पता नहीं है, future predict करने की कोशिश करो, but what you can see is that what has already happened. So जो चीज हो चुकी है वो आपको दिख रहा है चार्ट पे भी. Now can I say, which means stop loss is the only thing that I can say with conviction and confidence कि ये level अच्छा है, either stop loss लगाना चाहिए. Are you with me? So what I'm trying to tell you is, what we want to do here is we want to start a very different approach to whatever things you are doing. Next, we are not going to debate. We are having a private Telegram group already formed for the mentees. Discussions have already started. It is fantastic. I can see so many of you have been sharing across your charts and things, who have already attended a few of my programs. But others who have not attended that program might be thinking, यार ये लोग क्या discuss कर रहे हैं, ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, मतलब. So don't worry on that. We will be starting everything from a very scratch and beginning. इसका मतलब ये नहीं जिसको बहुत कुछ आता है वो सोचेगा यार ये तो बेसिक लेवल है. We are starting from a scratch, from a trader's mindset perspective. For that, it is important to understand that कैसे market में trade लेना है, कैसे exit करना है, और in a way what we are going to derive in these 3 months of time is your target and the stop loss. बराबर है, along with an entry. Once that is done, you are going to be through. So just give me a second, one moment. So what you have to do is, if you're not there on the Telegram group, do not worry. You can simply WhatsApp on 9920422202. My colleague will add you to the group if you have not yet been added for whatever reasons. So that's why this pre-session is to set you all up for the main session which is going to start. That's how it's going to be. Secondly, we are not going to debate. Fundamentals chalta hai, technicals nahi chalta hai. That's the debate. Across the globe, everyone is debating about that. Bottom line kya hai? Whether you are doing fundamental, you call it fundamental. I plot a price to earning ratio, chart पे बना दिया, देख लिया. I might call it like a technical. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Okay, that's very very important. So it's very important that you understand that it is fundamental or technical. You don't debate. Technical में भी अभी problem क्या है? Technical में भी लोग debate करते हैं कि Elliott wave चलता है, time cycle नहीं चलता है, Dow theory चलता है. Let's not get into those things. Your most important aspect right now, when you are a part of this Gurukul, is to get it in your mind that whatever we are doing, you have to believe it works. Now, which tool you want to pick up from there, it's up to you. So we will be giving you Brahmastra, which are different types. Now, which one to use when you decide what works for you, you decide and use that. But don't tell that ye nahi chalta hai, wo nahi chalta hai. It's not going to help you. That's very crucial. Next, let's keep our egos aside. I mean, I know there might be people who have been trading for 40 years, or there might be someone who is an expert in certain techniques. And किसी और ने कुछ बोल दिया. So let's keep our egos aside, because otherwise क्या होगा अगर अभी ये सब नहीं किया तो market will make you do that. Let's not give that chance to market, because when market does it, it's a cruel way of getting that understanding that if you are egoistic. No, market तो ऊपर ही जाना चाहिए. Market नीचे जा ही नहीं सकता. Sure है. This is not you. This is your ego. Why? Because when you say that what market should do, you are actually trying to do something which is a blunder. You can't say market ko kya karna. What you can say, this is how markets can possibly behave, and we are trying to read out that. That's how we want to do it. इसके बाद में we are going to so again we are going to start with risk management. We are going to start with money management strategies. We are going to form our own strengths, weakness. एक Excel बनाएंगे, which will decide our capital, which will decide our risk appetite, which will decide our money management strategy. So अभी तक क्या हो रहा था, हम arbitrarily कुछ भी ट्रेड कर रहे थे. एक ट्रेड पे 5 लाख लगा दिया, दूसरे ट्रेड पे 1 लाख लगा दिया, किसी पे 10,000 लगा दिया. We are not going to trade that way. We are going to have a system which will tell us how much we are allowed to risk, and we need to keep our risk within that limit. So we will develop an Excel system which will have our strengths, our weakness, what type of trader we are. We need to introspect. Are we good with intraday? Someone might be an excellent intraday trader, right? And if we focus make that person do an investing. He might not be able to do that. It's important that we want to focus on aspects of trading which you are good at and build up your strengths. We, as a mentorship, is a program which is not defined कि ये ही करना है. It is driven by you all, and I am here to just navigate it. So I can be the torch bearer, but the path has to be followed by you. I am not going to tell you कि आज ये स्टॉक बाय कर लो, ये स्टॉक सेल कर दो, ये स्टॉप लॉस है, ये टारगेट है. अगर वही करना है तो वो तो ऐसे भी ले सकते हो, उसके लिए सीखना क्यों? I'm going to push you towards that learning and taking your own decision. That is what I call is empowerment. Independent decision, unbiased view is empowerment. That is what we want to focus on. नहीं तो आप ऐसे भी कर सकते हो, right? So why to then learn across this? So the point is we will have live trading sessions also where we'll do it together ourselves, and we are going to do that. We are going to focus a lot on options. Options are fantastic instrument. It's one of the best instrument available if you know how to use it. अगर मार्केट साइडवेज है तो भी आप ट्रेड कर सकते हो. मार्केट स्लाइटली बुलिश है, then also you can do a trade. Market strongly bearish है, then also you can take a trade. So there are every aspect of trade that can be taken if you understand options. So हमारा option trading using technical analysis program भी है, which is going to happen I think on 23rd and 24th of April, which is going to be in April. So we are going to do that. We are going to focus on options, जहाँ पे हम फोकस करेंगे ओपन इंटरेस्ट एनालिसिस पे, वॉल्यूम प्रोफाइल पे, कैसे वॉल्यूम प्रोफाइल को यूज करके ऑप्शंस पे ट्रेड लिया जा सकता है. वी आर गोइंग टू लुक एट कॉल क्या होता है, पुट क्या होता है, पे ऑफ चार्ट क्या होता है. वी विल लुक एट ऑप्शन स्ट्रेटजीज लाइक स्ट्रैडल क्या है, स्ट्रैंगल क्या है, कवर्ड कॉल क्या होता है. ऑल ऑफ दोस थिंग्स वी आर गोइंग टू डू. Not necessarily you have to do that, not necessarily you have to trade that, but you should be knowing कि ऐसी चीज एग्जिस्ट होती है, इस तरीके से इसे ट्रेड किया जा सकता है. That is very 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 important. And people run away from option selling because they think unlimited loss. अरे boss, what is the definition of unlimited is very wrong. In theory we have learned about it. When you are selling an option, the risk is unlimited and the profit is limited. ठीक है, समझा, थियोरेटिकली समझ में आया. बट एक दिन में कितना बड़ा गैप डाउन निफ्टी पे हुआ है? गो एंड चेक इन 20-30 years of time frame. 500 points, 600 points, which means that is your risk when you are selling an option of 500-600 points. But don't you think that is also the risk when you are buying an option? ऐसा नहीं है कि बाय करते वक्त भी वो रिस्क है. बिकॉज अगर आप बाय कर रहे हो तो बाय करते वक्त मे बी आप क्वांटिटी कम करोगे या ज्यादा करोगे डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ मच यू आर अलाउड टू ट्रेड. सेल करते वक्त यू आर डेफिनेटली नॉट अलाउड टू सेल अ लॉट मोर बिकॉज मार्जिन रिक्वायरमेंट है. सो इन अ वे व्हेन यू आर ट्रेडिंग एन ऑप्शन सेलिंग, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू सेल लाइक हेल बिकॉज लिमिटेशन है आपके मार्जिन के ऊपर. सो जो हमने आज तक, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ, जो हम मेंटरशिप में करने वाले, इट्स गोइंग टू बी very different approach to what we have already learned. Maybe आपको काफी सारी चीज अनलर्न करनी पड़ेगी because ये जो definitions हमने सीख रखी है ना, जो theoretical aspects हमने पढ़ रखे, this is not correct. I'll give you a classic example of options again. If you're an option buyer, your accuracy can only be 20%. I'm telling you, अगर आप option buyer है, आपकी accuracy खाली 20% होगी तो भी आप काफी पैसा कमा सकते हो. Why? Because an option buyer, the risk reward can then be very high. Because when you lose less. When you make money, you make a lot more. So if your risk reward is say 1:5, you can still make money by options buying and with a 20% accuracy. अगर आप 80% accuracy पे ट्रेड कर रहे हो with an option selling instrument or something, still and your risk reward can be very poor. For example, आपका accuracy 80% है, अगर आप लॉस कर रहे हो तो आप ₹1 जा रहा है. When you make money, you make 50 पैसा. So your risk reward is 1:0.5, which is not 1:3 जो हमने थियरी में पढ़ रखा है. Still you can make money. So अभी तक हुआ क्या था, थियरी में पढ़ा था वो सही है, लेकिन वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट गलत है। अगर आपका रिस्क रिवॉर्ड पुअर है लेकिन एक्यूरेसी अच्छी है, आप ट्रेड ले सकते हो। अगर आपकी एक्यूरेसी कम है लेकिन रिस्क रिवॉर्ड एक्सीलेंट है, तो भी आप ट्रेड ले सकते हो एंड स्टिल यू कैन मेक अ लॉट ऑफ मनी। सो द बॉटम लाइन इज, अभी तक जो हम थियरी में पढ़ रखे हैं, maybe we want to unlearn that. Am I making myself very clear? So options are the instrument which we are going to focus a lot in this journey of 3 months of mentorship, and you cannot afford to not know about it because आपको difficult लगता है. Don't do that. Anything that you find it difficult, I'm going to break it down in the simplest possible, easiest way that you can think of, which will change your perception about seeing the market forever. That is what my commitment is. Your commitment required is whatever homework is given to you, you need to ensure that you continue to do that homework. You just don't say कि आज mood नहीं है, time नहीं चाहिए. See, when I did my CMT in 2008, I was working 2007. In fact, I was working with Lehman Brothers, bankrupt हो गया. I used to come back from office at around 11. I used to sit, study the charts and markets until 3 a.m. Get up in the morning, look at the market, do the trading, go to the office and do it. Because then if you want to do it, you can. Time सबके पास उतना ही है. लेकिन as I say, time is the focus of this mentorship. And you know the secret about time. I'm going to tell you if I have not told you pehle. The secret about time is dynamic. Time can contract and time can expand. Okay, it's a dynamic concept. It's not absolute. इसका क्या मतलब है? Suppose when you are in a good mood and you are enjoying the day, can I say that the time simply flies away? You know, कब सुबह हुई कब रात हुई पता ही नहीं चला, कब वेकेशन खत्म हो गया पता ही नहीं चला. Now, but when you are not so good, when you have low on energy or low on mood or whatever, दिन निकल ही नहीं रहा है यार, कुछ करने को नहीं है, दिन निकल नहीं रहा है. What is happening here is very interesting. Is the time changing? Time is not changing because there are 12 hours in a day, but it is in your experience a dynamic component. I'm again repeating, in your experience, time is different than looking at the time on the clock. शायद समझ में आया नहीं होगा सबको, लेकिन सिमिलरली टाइम अगर आप निकालना चाहो तो निकाल सकते हो, और अगर आप नहीं करना चाहो तो टाइम है ही नहीं किसी के पास. That is very important. You have to understand this. So don't give any single reason in this entire mentorship when we are doing कि टाइम नहीं मिला रिवाइज करने को, या एक्सेल फिल करने के लिए, या ट्रेड देखने के लिए, या लेने के लिए टाइम नहीं मिला. प्लीज, no excuses. If we want to run it as a business, we will rather run it as a business to make it big, not to just survive. We want to flourish here as a trader, as a community. We want to make it big against what everyone says. सब बोलेंगे ये नहीं है, ये सट्टा बाजार है, ये गैम्बलिंग है, लेकिन सब करते हैं. We want to do it in a scientific, simple, step-by-step process, and we will do it together. That is my commitment to you. Your commitment required is every single thing that we are going to do now from here on has to be done in a very disciplined approach, without debate, without any reasoning. I don't want any sort of reasons, no egos, no reasons, simply unbiased view about the market कि ये रिसर्च है, इस रिसर्च के बेसिस पे मार्केट का व्यू ये है, इस व्यू के बेसिस पे इस तरीके से ट्रेड लिया जाएगा. That is what we are going to ensure to accomplish in these 3 months of time. You might have certain habits, even I have habits. Those are habits which can't change easily. That's why 3 months of mentorship. This is the time we want to change our habits. For example, you wanted to get up in the morning at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. and go for a morning walk, right? How many years you have been trying to do that? But are you able to do that? No. Because there is a certain subconscious way in which you will behave, in which you will act. That has to be changed. That has to be pushed. So I am here as a mentor to push you to your extreme levels. That is going to break down the old habits, cultivate a new way of looking at things, and push you towards the right direction of becoming a successful trader. So the question to me is, Are you ready for this kind of perseverance, not giving up, becoming disciplined enough to ensure that you will do what it takes to make it big? That's the question.